curious if there was a Breed touchdown. I even think I saw a report of some power flashes. So this storm may have dropped a tornado just a few minutes ago.
Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane, meteorologist Jonathan Condor, and our storm chasers on air with you all throughout the night. And they were on air for nearly 10 hours.
Yeah, our team coverage of the aftermath continues right now. We've got KOCO's Audrey Goodson out at the scene of an apartment complex that was hit last night. We also have Shelby Montgomery. She joins us now live near Southeast 66th and Shields. And Shelby, we're seeing some down power lines in that area. Walk us through the damage.
Good morning. Yeah, because of those down power lines, a lot of people here in this area are still without power. But as we can see, a couple of them are knocked down. One of them damaging the fence of this used car lot here, and this other one, as you can see, also damaging this portion of the fence. A lot of the power lines sprawled across not only this business, but Shield as well, blocking both directions of Southeast 66 and Shield, causing a little bit of backup here. OG&E crews were here just a little, actually they're here now, as well as the Cox crews. Hopefully we get some crews out here soon to restore these power poles and hopefully bring back that power. Reporting live in Southeast Oklahoma City, Shelby Montgomery, KOCO 5 News.
Got some damage here to the roofs of this apartment complex. Those were some strong winds last night. Oh, and the brick, yeah, the brick was blown off there on the side of the building.
And this is just in, Sky 5 giving us a bird's eye view earlier of an apartment complex on I-240 that was damaged last night.
KOCO's Audrey Goodson is there right now. And Audrey, you spoke with people living there. What are they saying this morning?
Well, Kylie and Alejandro, these residents are waking up and telling me that they're in shock at what they're seeing this morning. I mean, just take a look at this. The roof of this apartment complex is just completely missing on one side. On the other side, there's bricks that are falling off the building. We've seen cars with little things falling through them. The fence is completely knocked over and branches are just scattered around this entire complex. So this was hit very, very hard last night. And many of these residents tell me that the winds are like nothing that they had ever heard before. One person even told me that his window was blown out by last night's storm.
So I was asleep up here by the window. My bed is on this side of the window, and I was sleeping, and the winds just kept getting stronger and stronger. And when the window had busted out, I got up so fast and I ran into the living room.
Those residents just tell me they're grateful that everyone is okay this morning, and they're thankful that this isn't any worse. In Oklahoma City, Audrey Goodson, KOCO 5 News.
Audrey, thank you. And in the wake of those powerful storms, one especially that hit Barnsdall, killing at least one, the American Red Cross is there right now to help those impacted.
And Matt Trotter from the Red Cross joins us now with a look at the resources available out there. Matt, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, you're welcome.
Let's talk about what we're seeing out in Barnsdall. We know it was hit particularly hard. You've set up a shelter out there. Talk about what you're seeing and the resources available.
Right, so this is right on the heels of another tornado outbreak that we're responding to still in southern Oklahoma. I'm actually still in Ardmore on that relief operation. So to see another disaster of this scale and this impact is just really heartbreaking for us as the Red Cross. We do have a shelter open at the Osage County Fairgrounds right now, 320 Skyline Drive in Pawhuska. And when you come to a Red Cross shelter, you'll have a safe place to sleep. We provide meals, snacks, and water to people. We have health services for disaster-related conditions, including first aid, refilling lost prescriptions, and replacing medical equipment like eyeglasses, oxygen, things like that. We'll offer emotional support and mental health services to people to make sure that they're dealing with the disaster okay. We have spiritual care staff who can offer you spiritual guidance to help in your recovery. In some cases, we can help you reconnect with loved ones that you've been separated from. And we also provide information about additional disaster-related resources in the community. So the shelter is really the first step to help the community recover. Anybody is welcome there. You don't have to sleep in the shelter to get the services and the resources that we provide.
All right, Matt Trotter with the American Red Cross. Thanks so much for joining us right now. We are going to check in with you about later to get some more information about how the Red Cross is helping those impacted by these storms. But some other headlines we do want to get to right now. Up in Garfield County and the town of Douglas, our crews saw damage to a family's property after strong winds blew over a massive overhead feeding tank. The winds also sent the tanks 100 feet into the family's property, nearly into the home and landing in front of that family's storm shelter. That family, they were inside the shelter at the time, and thankfully here no one was hurt. And we also saw this right here over in the town of Bison. That's also in Garfield County. Our crew spotted this power line knocked down by the storm around 9 last night.
We all knew it was coming, but I mean, for a lot of us, we were just, I mean, all we could do is just, you know, take cover and do what we were supposed to take care of our families.
And over in Bartlesville, Oklahoma Emergency Management says 5 people were hurt after storms rolled through that area. So far, we have received some reports of damages to homes and commercial buildings, including a hotel.